Welcome to On the Beat. Today I'm joined by Dr. Andy Barlow, who served in the U.S. Navy from 1982 to 1986 with an honorable discharge. He is the graduate of the prestigious Carrick Institute of Functional Neurology, author of 3 #1 best-selling books, and national international speaker, as well as a TEDx speaker on the topic of metabolic syndrome. We are joined by Dr. Andy Barlow. Thank you so much for being here today.
Karen, thank you so much for having me.
So, metabolic syndrome. What are the 5 elements I need to know about?
Okay, so basically metabolic syndrome is 5 interconnecting risk factors, and that's the key part, is they're interconnecting. So it would be obesity would be 1, number 2 would be hypertension, blood sugar dysregulation, triglycerides, and low high density lipoprotein. So if a person has 3 of these 5 risk factors, they could be diagnosed with metabolic syndrome.
And from everything that you have taught me, all 5 of those risk factors I can control.
Yes, absolutely. So before we talk about the control, I'd like to talk about some of the symptoms that people may not associate metabolic syndrome with. Like, one would be early signs of Alzheimer's. So, and that would be brain fog, like focus, attention, and concentration, even memory lapses. Also depression, anxiety, because this low-grade inflammation that's part of metabolic syndrome can disrupt neurotransmitters in our brain, so your brain can't make things like serotonin and dopamine, so you end up with depression, not being able to sleep, in chronic pain, those kind of health issues. Metabolic syndrome can also disrupt our gut, which can lead to leaky gut, which can lead to chronic inflammation, even autoimmune disorders, and something as far down as our feet, which can lead to peripheral neuropathy, numbness and tingling, and pins and needles in our feet. So it's a lot of health issues associated with metabolic syndrome.
Yeah, and so I'm sitting here hearing all those things, wondering, is it something I did to myself?
Yeah, usually it is. Usually it's a self-inflicted wound, and as I tell my patients, nobody's going to care more for your health than you do. So it's all about personal responsibility. So I can give you 5 don't do and 5 start doing. So in my TEDx speech, I talk about appetite for a recipe for destruction. So if you want to get in the fast lane of metabolic syndrome, here's some things you can do, like eat fast food, processed food, fried food, sugary drinks, and not exercise. So those are 5 things that can cause this problem. 5 things that we can help to eliminate this is simply, if you can Google Clean 15, there's 15 superfoods that actually help your body heal. Mind diet, Mediterranean diet, DASH diet, those are 3 powerful diets that we can do. I recommend to all of my patients eat 5 to 7 salads a week. Basically, for dinner each night, just grab a salad and put olive oil and vinaigrette on it. We need to increase our intake of omega-3 fish oil. So most people don't take fish oil, or they don't take nearly enough of that, because that actually helps with your brain function, your gut function, your peripheral nerve function, and it decreases inflammation. Avocado and avocado oil, very powerful foods. And grab some healthy nuts like almonds, pistachios, almonds, and pecans. We need to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. That's going to be critical. A missing link too is hydration. So we need to stay hydrated, because it helps for optimal brain function, detoxification, our joint health, and skin health. So there are several things that we can do, that we can take personal responsibility for, to change our life.
And if people want to learn more?
The easiest thing to do is go to DrAndyBarlowDC.com. That's DrAndyBarlowDC.com. I have all 3 of my #1 best-selling books, as well as my TEDx talk on that website.
And the part that you made me so happy about today is you talked about it's reversible. And I know we're almost out of time, but they can learn more by going to your website and looking at your books.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And that's today's On the Beat segment.